When I was 16, I was really searching. Family life wasn't too good, and so I went to a service and I had a transformation. I had an experience with Jesus that just totally never been the same since. And I had a hunger to be in the presence of God, because if you're ever in the presence of God, just takes one time, you're never the same. It's transformative. And there was a lady who was very popular back then when I was a teenager, and her name was Catherine Coleman. And so I'd listened to her cassette tapes, and actually she came to Houston one time, and she was at the Coliseum, and I got to be an usher, and I was so excited about that. And at that meeting, I had never felt the presence of God as strong as I felt it in her meetings. Miracles took place. It was just, I go on and on about her, but I'm not going to. But so I began to study her life, and I began to think, what is it? What is it that she has that's so alive and so life-changing? And one day I came across a cassette tape where she was talking about her dad, her father. And she called him Papa. And I thought that was really weird because I'd never heard somebody call their dad Papa. And all throughout the tape, she'd say, Papa, he was there when I got out of school, and Papa helped me financially, and Papa, he helped me prepare for my life, and he was just there. He just loved me so much. And she was talking about, losing her Papa, how devastating that was. And I never forgot that story, just how passionate she was about her dad. Well, later on, when I was studying and trying to understand more about God, I realized my biggest struggle was actually found in the Lord's Prayer. My Father, who art in heaven. My Papa. My problem was I didn't have a father that was there. I didn't have a father that taught me, led me. Now, my father never left us, okay? My parents married 60-something years, but my dad was never home. And so 99% of what I had to learn about life, I just had to learn through trial and error. And I know a lot of you listening to me right now, your image of your father is stuck in your head. And that creates a problem. I will be honest with you today. If I say duck right now, what do you think of? If I say giraffe, what do you think of? This thing with a big long neck. And see, that's the way the brain works. The brain works with images. And so when I say Father, our Father who art in heaven, well, without you realizing it, if my father didn't provide for me financially, if my father didn't help me in situations when I was stuck, if my father wasn't there when I was lonely, then I'm going to have that same mindset towards my Father in heaven. And that's why the Apostle Paul was so adamant about renewing our mind, because this is one of the primary areas that we have to renew our mind in, especially if we had a father that left us in the middle of our life, of our childhood. Because we're going to think that God is going to leave us at any moment. If you had a hard time financially, your dad, let's just say he drank and drank and drank and didn't provide for what you needed to go to that prom or whatever, help you buy that first car, then you're going to have a hard time with your faith, believing that your Heavenly Father would do that for you. But I'm going to sit here right now and tell you something. I have learned about my Father in heaven. Oh my gosh. I cannot express in words how much He cares, how involved He is every second of your life, how He wants to be so involved in your life. I know this because I have experienced this. I can sit here right now and say, my Father who art in heaven, thank you for being my Father. Hope that helps you. Like I said, let's just keep growing together, and God bless you.